Yeah, the Rainbow Six players are like they're just losing their mind right now because people are talking about people are like this game isn't similar at all to Rainbow Six, and Cypher was literally a Rainbow Six Siege character. He came straight out of Rainbow Six,
At the
dude.
back of the map.
Is there any news in the beta? I don't think so yet. I haven't seen anything yet. Let's watch his video and then we'll talk about all.
Today is a great day, everyone. Project A, or as we now know Valorant, has been completely revealed. We got to play the game in Los Angeles last month and absolutely loved it. We played with all 8 heroes on the different maps, so we
Okay, once again though, I made a comment on this in the video. I'm gonna make a comment on it again. Can we make that map size smaller? Look how big that is. How do I don't know, dude. It's so massive. It's just huge. Can we like please get an option just to like size it down just a little bit? Like, oh my gosh.
decided to make a video explaining what all these heroes can do, how they feel to play, and which one felt really strong during the playtest. In this video, we will take a deep dive into all 8 heroes that Valorant will have on release. If you liked the video, we would really appreciate a like and a sub even more. But for now, let's dive in, shall we?
Yeah.
First off, it might be important to explain that Valorant is a shooter which has heroes in the game that can buy abilities at the start of a round. Similar to buying weapons in
UI
CS:GO.
skill? I hope so. They have one in League.
Next to the fact that heroes can buy additional spells, they all have a passive ability.
Cool ways to
which you
traverse the
don't have
map.
to
I'm
buy
assuming
and has
that'll
a
be
cooldown.
teleporters, right?
Your ultimate is also not available for purchase.
He said a passive ability, right? That's what he just said.
Oh. Next to the fact that heroes can buy additional spells, they all have a passive ability
He did.
which you don't have to buy.
Okay,
and
so
has
they
a
have
cooldown.
4 abilities plus a
Your
passive.
ultimate is also not available for purchase.
And the
since you will
passive is
earn
always
your
available.
ultimate by making kills in the game. The other 2 skills are available for purchase in the same.
You don't purchase your
Don't
ultimate
have to
either?
buy and has a cooldown. Your ultimate is also not available for purchase, since you will earn your ultimate by making kills in the game.
Okay, so
The
from
other
getting
2
kills, you
skills
can get
are
your ulti.
available for purchase in the same store that offers guns.
This is the map that we see in the trailer too. I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you rotate it a little bit, or in the teaser that we got originally, this is the same map. So
Some
this is the final, or not final form, this is the alpha form of the map.
skills
That's
don't
actually really cool.
differentiate between friend or foe, so beware when you throw out that incendiary grenade as Brimstone or Viper Snakebite.
Can we
since
play?
they
I
harm your
wish.
teammates as well. So, without further ado, here are all the details on every hero in Valorant. The 2 skills that you can buy are Incendiary and Stim Beacon. Incendiary is a grenade that creates a field of fire, which will damage both allies and enemies.
So he has a Molotov.
Stim Beacon is a buff which should be used on your own team, but your enemies will get the rapid fire buff, if they're close enough, as well. Placing the Stim Beacon at the right place will take some skill and tactical insight if you don't want to buff your enemies. Brimstone
Okay, so
ult
the
is
stim can
called
actually
Orbital
buff enemies.
Strike,
That's
and
crazy.
exactly what you
So that's
expect
gonna,
it
you have to be
does.
very careful what it does.
launches
But the fact that it can buff enemies probably means that it's going to be very strong for yourself, like for you and your teammates. So
an
keep that in mind.
orbital strike which will damage an area for a fixed amount of time. This is a great tool to lure out enemies of hiding or to attack a bomb site if you
So
want
that's
to
just a
plant.
big strike
If
in one
I have to
area.
compare his ultimate with any other game, I would compare it to Gibraltar's ultimate from Apex Legends. Phoenix is our classic British chap, but don't let
So
his
Phoenix, is that the one that you like?
charm deceive
From a
you.
marketing perspective,
With
they
his
played all their
fire
cards so
skills, he
fucking
will
well.
lay
This is
ash
looking
to
really
any
good. I like it.
competition.
And know what I love? I love even more, like, when they announced this game and all of the devs, they've been so involved with the community. This game is coming out and it's sounding more like the people who made it are almost just as much fans, you know? They're like, hey guys, like, we're really excited for this. Like, we want to share this with you. We want to, like, bring you in to be involved with this, rather than just, like, a company coming out and being like, boom, game, dude, game. And it's just like the people, you saw the devs playing it, you get to hear their comms and everything. It makes it like feel like they're more part of the community almost. It's really freaking cool. Just hearing their voices, and that's
skill
the
set
teaser.
resembles
Dude,
the
look at these
most
people. They're having
with
so much
his
fun
fire
playing this game. That's
dominating the
exciting.
map.
Yeah.
He will be a fan favorite for sure. His passive is Curveball, which blinds enemies when you hit them with it. You can throw
Blinds
this
them,
ball
so it's like
around
a flashbang.
corners, so this is a perfect tool for initiation and extremely
It looks like
strong
all
to
of the
use.
abilities can be thrown
When
around
you hear
corners and
someone
stuff too.
walking as Phoenix, be sure to throw out your passive. The 2 skills you can buy are Hot Hands,
What did you say?
perfect tool for initiation and extremely strong to use. When you hear someone walking as Phoenix, be sure to throw out your passive.
When you hear
The
somebody
2
walking,
skills
I
you
think
can
it,
buy
I think
are
it points
Hot
them out.
Hands and Blaze.
Yeah, he got
Hot
wrecked.
Hands is a fireball that will explode on impact or after a short delay. The area that is on fire will heal Phoenix and to damage any enemy in it. This is really nice for Phoenix since your health won't automatically regain while out of combat.
So his ability, he just said he sets something on fire, and then the fire will heal him, and it'll damage other people. That's really interesting that they added the heal as well. It feels like the damage would be enough, but imagine like you throw out a Molotov in Counter-Strike, and it just heals you. Also, like, I don't know, I don't think he can be healed past max health, can he? So that would be like really interesting where, the heal, I don't know how necessary heals are going to be. They might be really impactful, but they might not at the same time.
You can use hot hands to either heal yourself, or damage an enemy, or even both. Blaze is better described as a wall of fire. It will block...
Oh, maybe he was saying that if he stands in the fire, then it'll heal him, as opposed to if it damages people, it heals him.
Vision and damages everything that passes through the wall. You are even able to bend the wall when you cast his skill, his ultimate.
You can use Sage's heal on somebody before the damage, so it can make a difference, maybe. Yeah, I think Sage's is going to be a little bit better than Phoenix's, though, in that regard, by his fire. Oh, okay, so he throws down the fire, and he can, like, stand in it to heal. That's actually really interesting. So, like, he can, like, choose which way he wants to use it.
Familiar to Apex Legends players that have played Revenant in the new season. Run It Back, as it is called, marks the location Phoenix is at that moment, and as long as the ability is active, Phoenix will be teleported back to that spot if he gets killed. This is perfect to either scout an area or get the upper hand on an upcoming fight by diving headfirst into an enemy. Sova is a...
So he has the same ability as, what's the dude, Revenant or whatever in Apex? So he can place down a location, and he was able to run in and die, and his name's Phoenix, so it makes sense, and he gets resurrected when he dies, as long as the ability's active. I'm assuming that means that you can destroy whatever point he placed it at, too, so you can, like, sneak up, maybe if you're, like, flanking, or, like, you're alert or something, and you find it, you can kill it. Either that, or he has to channel it, and it only lasts for a certain amount of time. I think the latter's probably better. It'd really suck if you're, like, in a clutch 1v1 situation, and he still has that active. Maybe you have to find it or something like that, but, they're very interesting. Love the passive abilities, so you want to have a boring round just without any action. Yeah, even the first round, like pistol round, which has been, in CSGO, you know, pistol rounds are very exciting, but you'll still have the passive. You'll still have characters doing things. I hope there probably will be some useless passives, but hopefully not.
And the hero we played most
for a pistol round in regards to that.
Since he felt awesome and really strong to play. His passive is Recon Bolt, which is Sova, an arrow that deploys a sonar that reveals enemies as pings in that area. Just like Hanzo can do in Overwatch, basically.
So that's the bow that they fire in the teaser or the round. That's coming from Sova. It sounds like.
Since this is his passive and can be used freely, we use this to create an advantage early in the game by showing where enemies were going at the start of a round, and later on to scout the area that we wanted to plant the bomb.
Look at all these orbs, dude. This guy is nuts.
You are even
what?
Able
The
to
Witcher?
bounce the arrow or shoot it over ledges to get.
But that's Jet. Why? I guess we don't have. He doesn't have video because of the rounds or something. I don't know. Maybe.
Owl drone and Shock Bolt. Shock Bolt is almost the same as Recon Bolt, but instead of revealing enemies, it will damage them. The Owl drone will fly through the map.
Shock Bolt instead of revealing enemies. Okay, so he pops the drone. So the drone that we see is also from Sova. It sounds like. The drone will come out. You could shoot people with the drone and do a little bit of damage, or you can reveal them with the recon one.
By hitting them with darts.
The recon one is going to be infinitely stronger. I'm going to predict. Unless the damage does a lot. And you have to purchase abilities. That's what he just said. The idea that you have to spend money, it seems like the reveal is going to be better, in my opinion. Because the damage isn't going to kill them. The reveal might get them killed. You know, that's my prediction. But
because of this, Sova feels more like a support hero that will be specialized in creating vision and intel for your team. We found this really strong in our playtest. Hunter's Fury is Sova's ultimate and will fire 3 spears, which look more like a huge laser beam across the entire map. These spears will deal damage and reveal enemies on hit, much like, again, Hanzo from Overwatch with his dragon.
So wait, where does he fire the spears?
It should be clear that Sova has a lot of utility in terms of almost the same as Recon Bolt, but instead of revealing enemies, it will damage them.
So he fires 3 spears that look more like a huge laser beam across the map. So I'm assuming he could fire a spear, like right down the line that we are looking at. And it'll just like hit, if it hits anybody, it'll reveal their location, which is really freaking cool.
And reveal enemies on hit, much like, again, Hanzo from Overwatch with his dragon.
It damages them too, though. I don't know if I like that. Abilities don't kill. I don't think abilities are going to do like insane damage. I think that's what they meant. But like if you get hit by one of these spears and it kills you, that's going to be busted. It'll probably do like 20 damage. That's what I'm expecting. The reveal is going to be the big part there. Like, what's the point of revealing somebody, though, if it's going to do, like, 100 damage to kill them?
Of providing vision, and we think he should be in every team. Vision is
I think that he should be in every team too. This is sounding like a really strong character.
everything in a game like Valorant. Sova is the vision tool for your team.
Yo, wait.
The Moroccan character
Go back a few seconds.
Vision, and we think he should be in every team. Vision is everything in a game like Valorant. Will offer
so Cypher is Hat Guy. It looks like
of the entire map. His passive is a spy cam, which will place a remote camera, which you might have seen in Rainbow Six Siege, for example.
You do see the camera in the trailer too.
You will be able to look through the camera
in the
and
photos,
fire tracking darts
you
out
see
of
the
it.
camera in the photos.
Since this has such a short cooldown, Cypher can just wait at the back of the map and scout for his team.
Wait, what?
You will be able to look through the camera and fire tracking darts out of it.
So this is like Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six players are gonna like this guy a lot.
Cypher can just wait.
Yeah, the Rainbow Six players are like they're just losing their mind right now because people are talking about people are like, this game isn't similar at all to Rainbow Six, and Cypher was literally a Rainbow Six Siege character. He came straight out of Rainbow Six, dude.
Back of the map and scout for his team. Trapwire and Cyber Cage are.
So it looks like right here if you zoom in. I'm sorry, I can't get my chat to go away. It looks like he's actually on his thing. If you look at him, it looks like he's looking at something in his hand. He's using this camera, it looks like, because it's glowing. That'd be my guess. That's his tripwire that he's about to talk about. This is like really cool. Okay.
For his abilities, which you can buy and both function as traps. Tripwire is placed between two walls and triggers when enemies walk through it. This will reveal their location and they will be trapped for a short amount of time.
So it sounds like a root.
Cyber Cage is a trap that Cypher can activate from a distance. It is even possible to throw out more of these traps.
So it's not, people are wondering what the tripwire does. It sounds like it reveals them and it roots them. I'm not sure if it stuns them though. It sounds like a root.
And activate them all
so he's talking about his other ability. It's called a box or something.
At the same time. This trap will create cages, which will slow enemies if they walk through them. Cypher's ultimate is...
So he creates a cage that will just slow enemies if they walk through him. So it sounds kind of similar to the Watson in Apex. She places down the gates and stuff, and people have to walk through them, and it'll slow them and like do a little bit of damage. It doesn't sound like his does damage, but...
Neural theft. When you kill
Your
an
Instagram's
enemy,
live now?
you get the option to extract information out of the corpse. This will reveal the location of all enemies which are still alive.
Dude, that's the girl from Rainbow Six too. What's her name? The girl. When he kills somebody, he can reveal the location of everybody else if he walks up to them. Caveira. Yeah, that's her ability, dude. That's crazy.
This will only be there for a short time, but with this kind of information, you and your team should be able to pick them all off, or at
custom crosshairs, have you noticed? Yeah, they mentioned that too. We had info on that.
At least make a strategic rotation. Jet is from Korea and is very strong in
she doesn't have any arms.
One-on-one combat. She will undoubtedly be compared to the League of Legends character Akali. Her passive is Tailwind, which gives her a boost in the direction you're moving. Her two purchasable abilities
look how long that's a huge
undoubtedly be compared to the League
look
of
how
Legends
far
character
that dash
Akali.
is.
Her passive is Tailwind, which gives her a boost in the direction you're moving. Her two
that's a really far dash,
are
honestly.
Burst and Updraft, with which you will quickly learn that Jet is an assassin to behold. Updraft will propel you upwards and make it possible to move over walls placed by other heroes, like you could already see in the reveal trailer from a couple months back. We predict that
we already know Jet's abilities.
Character when the game launches.
She throws like a smoke cloud, she dashes, she jumps, and then she can use
Blade Storm is her ultimate ability, which gives her.
I'm assuming. Well, let's make sure that we didn't miss anything. Because Bidix commented on my video and he said the jump and the knives are two different things. So I want to make sure that he's right.
Of fog that obscures vision.
The cloud of fog.
Possible to move over walls placed by other heroes, like you could already see in the reveal trailer from a couple months back. Cloudburst will create a cloud of fog that obscures vision,
cloud of fog.
making Jet a deadly assassin. She is extremely quick, can move vertically and obscure vision from her enemies. We predict that she will be a popular character when the game launches. Blade Storm is her ultimate ability.
Did he cover both abilities? I'm assuming. I don't know.
Which gives her deadly throwing knives that will kill with a headshot.
They're uploading
this
the
one
ID,
of the abilities that you already saw in one of the videos as well, and is extremely cool to use. Normal hits will deal damage, but if you manage to kill anyone with Blade Storm, all daggers will be restored, and you are able to keep going for more enemies. Imagine the place when
so that's gonna be like
head.
this is gonna be the montage character. When you land knives, they refresh. so you can start throwing knives, dude, and like murdering everybody.
Shot with her ultimate ability.
If you get a 5K with the knives, then that's like the first like viral clip, dude. Look at this, boom, 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 boom. They're just killing everybody.
Will be your main source for healing, since
so Sage is the girl that we see, that we saw in the leaks.
Chinese
the Reds girl.
The only one that will be able to heal other players. If supporting your team is your cup of tea, Sage is your way to go. Her passive is Healing Orb, which will heal allies or herself in a few seconds. Barrier Orb and Slow Orb are utility tools to change the map to your advantage.
So we saw Sage in the leaks. If you're wondering about her abilities, she has a Healing Orb. She has a Slow Orb, which she'll throw out, and then she also has her Resurrect. And then what's her other ability?
Will create a solid wall which needs to be shot to pieces to disappear.
The barrier,
as you can see in the clip. This is perfect to shut off an entrance or keep out the enemy when you are defending your planted bomb, for example, or using your ultimate ability. Slow Orb is very annoying for anyone that is in there. This orb will cause a slow field and even makes a noise if people walking through it, revealing their position.
The slow orb makes a noise as somebody's walking through it.
Sage's ultimate might be the strongest in all of Valorant. This ability will literally revive a teammate with full HP and their weapon in hand.
It's going to be really interesting to see the way that people use this revive. But you're going to be very selective of who you're reviving at like any point in time, because everyone is going to have different abilities. So everyone's going to be useful in different ways. So like maybe you revive Phoenix or like the Brimstone or whoever.
We think this ability will define fight.
Either that or you just revive somebody.
And might even decide the most important matches. Omen is the most secretive hero
Oh, that crosshair
in Valorant.
is disgusting to me. Oh my god, I can't handle it.
Omen are unknown, but he has some pretty crazy abilities. His passive is Dark Cover, which casts a stealth ethereal orb that will obscure a small area. Paranoia and Shadow Walk are available to Omen through the store. Shadow Walk makes it possible for Omen to dematerialize and teleport a short distance. Paranoia.
So this sounds like the Zed Reaper sort of thing. He can dematerialize and teleport a short distance. We're not gonna see it because he doesn't have like an ability, but just the idea that like he could
will send out a shadow in a straight line. This might not look like it will do much, but this ability will cause nearsightedness for enemies it hits, and during our preview session it also revealed the enemy heroes on the minimap.
It sounds like it's gonna be really hard to hit people with that though, right? What, a guy just runs at them? Unless they're like hidden. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Omen's abilities seem pretty normal so far, but then there is his ultimate from the shadows. This ultimate makes it possible for Omen to teleport anywhere he wants on the map. That's right, anywhere on the map. You will show up as a shade with your current weapons that will teleport back if it gets killed. So, if you manage to teleport, you will be bodiless for a short time. Viper just
what?
Up as a shade with your current weapons that will teleport back if it gets killed.
So you teleport as a copy of you with weapons, and if it dies, then it teleports you back.
So, if you manage to teleport, you will be bodiless for a short time.
I don't know what he means by if you manage to teleport, though. That sounds like an interesting choice of words there.
Viper, just like Brimstone, originates out of the USA. This hero will use poison to her advantage and uses her ability.
Wait, can we just talk about how busted that sounds? You just teleport anywhere. If I'm assuming it's not instant, right? Like you spawn a shade behind the enemy team and just wipe them. Like, well, I guess it's an ultimate ability, so you only do it like once every like 5 rounds. But still, that sounds nuts. Oh my god.
To create small advantages regarding positional play. Her passive is Toxic Screen. This is a wall of gas that costs fuel.
You see when she crosses over there? It doesn't look like she can see any better in the smoke than anybody else.
To use. This wall will activate when you throw it across the floor, which you can see in the images on your screen.
Can you TP with a bomb? I wonder. Because it says that he spawns with his guns. Imagine he TPs to a different site, like Site A, and plants.
Her 2 other abilities are Snakebite and Poison Cloud. Snakebite will fire a projectile that explodes and creates a pool of acid. Do not touch this pool if you want to keep your HP. The gas does...
So the gas does damage, at least the Snakebite one does.
A lot of damage. Poison Cloud is a gas grenade that will emit poisonous smoke and will be usable as long as you have the fuel for it. It is even possible to pick up the grenade and throw it again at a different location. With this ability, we found it useful to block off entrances at certain points of the map. Viper Spit is her ultimate, which creates a huge cloud of poison in which players will take damage over time. Viper herself...
I totally predicted this. I said this earlier. It's called Dusa. That's what I called her. I totally said that this would be her ultimate. I was just a guess, but
herself is immune to this damage, so this is a perfect ability to throw at a bomb.
She's immune to the damage, but it doesn't look like she can see any better
attack
than
it
else.
And place the bomb, or to defend it, since enemies will die within the cloud of poison. This might sound familiar for players that have tried Caustic in Apex Legends. Viper was really fun to play.
Notice how it's ticking down here too. She can hold the wall as long as she has fuel. This must be her fuel resource.
Since you can control where you want enemies to come from, if you have the fuel for it at least. There you have it, all 8 playable heroes of Valorant. This was just a short summary of all their abilities and what they can do, and maybe more important,
I'm assuming it charges up. That'd be my guess.
Fun they are to
maybe
play.
you start out with 100.
We had a ton of fun with Jet.
I don't know if it lasts with her other ability
too. We are very curious which heroes spike your interest.
It looked like it was just on the wall there.
Let us know which hero you want to play the most in the comments down below. We are very excited to jump back into the game as soon as possible, since we had so much fun playing it. We will release more videos in the future, all about Valorant, and of course more details about our playtime and even an interview with the developers of the game. A like on the video would be super appreciated, and a sub even more. We are just starting out with Valorant content and we would love to see you again. For now, we want to thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next one.
Yeah, definitely go follow this guy. I'm gonna follow him. No, it's super dope. So you just did a breakdown of all the videos, or all the characters and stuff like that. We're going to talk about their abilities right here that we are linked to. I can't remember who linked this, but thank you in the chat.